Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to explain how to add footnotes to your book. So I have just these two documents. One is a test document and it has 3 paragraphs. It's very simple because I want to be able to just demonstrate how this works. And then I have a very similar similar document that has the same kind of setup and it has 3 different lines on it. But notice how if I actually move this, I'm going to actually move this to the other view, and I'm going to scroll this and kind of just compare the two. Notice that these reference codes are the same on both sides of the document. So I've got a V1 1, and then I have a paragraph 2 1, paragraph 2 2, and paragraph 2 3 here. And it's the same on both sides. So let's say I have my main document and it has a tree structure like this. Then I need to also make it look about the same on my footnotes. Now, it doesn't actually matter. Sometimes I could have one footnote for paragraph 1 and one footnote for paragraph 3 and not one for paragraph 2. And it's WordCruncher will work with it. So don't feel like you have to have the same exact tree structure as the one here, but it has to have basically the same concept where it's able to match the first tree structure. This should be the same as this, whereas this needs to be the same as this if you want it to be able to sync properly. So I'm going to open this up in WordCruncher. I've already indexed it, so I have the 2 ETBUs. And then I'll go into WordCruncher and go to File. And I've created in my WordCruncher user library just this tutorial tests bookshelf. I can add a new one if I want to by going to Options and go to Add Bookshelf and create a new bookshelf. So for this test, I'm going to first need to add both of the books to my bookshelf. And I'm going to just open them. I could rename them if I wanted, but this is just a test. So I have the 2 books and I can open both of them like this. But the way that it's set up right now is it's not going to actually sync or do anything. And I haven't actually set it up to set up as footnotes in this main document. So the way that I do that is I have the 2 documents already put into WordCruncher. I can then go to Options, Add Bookset. I'm going to give it a description, just test Bookset. And then over here is the books that are in my library that I can put into a book set. So I will need to put in test doc and footnotes doc into my book set. And so then after that, I can go to Options. And there's a tab here called Synchronous Layout. This is where I can set one of these documents to be the footnotes for the main document. So since I've already labeled it as footnotes doc, I can just select it and call it footnotes pane. Then over here, I have the default of this is book 1 on the left and this is book 2 on the right. I can change that to be the desired orientation because typically I'm going to want the footnotes to be down at the bottom. And then I can even say how big of the window by default the footnote should be. So if I wanted the footnotes to be big, I could do that. But typically I want it to be a smaller portion of the window. I can also go back here to the book set options and say show footnotes by default so that when you open up your book, you're going to see the footnotes by default. So I can click OK and OK there. And now I have my test book set here. Notice that it has these 3 books together instead of just one book like up here. So I'm going to open it up, and like I have the 3 paragraphs here and the 3 paragraphs here. And then now I have that icon option where I can turn them on and off if I please. If I click here and open up my paragraphs, you'll notice as I'm highlighting and scrolling down from one to the next, that my footnotes and the actual book is syncing just properly so that whatever is on the top is where the paragraph and the footnotes are syncing. So that's how you make book set with footnotes in your book. Thanks for watching.